posture nights this is our 8th week of Wednesday posture night. So just kind of move around. And then just come back to where you would be standing. Don't try and come into mountain pose. Just come back to where you would stand if we were just walking down the street and I stopped to say hello. And just notice where you are. You might just close your eyes and feel where everything is. And this is all internal, right? It's all you. So as you scan your body, do you notice that your feet are in line with each other? Maybe a little more in line than they would have been 8 weeks ago? Are your shoulders starting to at least spend a little more of their time back instead of hunched forward? Where are your hands especially? If the hands are on the thighs, then the shoulders are naturally going to roll forward. Are your hands more at the side of your legs? Just answer these questions for yourself, okay? 8 weeks is enough time to see some progress, and it's not the end of the journey, right? It's just a constant journey that we keep coming back to. Where are we? How's the posture? And now let's find a true mountain pose, pulling up, bringing lots of energy into the legs, pulling up through the knees and turning the palms forward. When you turn your palms forward, the shoulders automatically open up a lot more, right? And here's our mountain pose with the spine nice and long. Now we don't want to exaggerate so much that we're overarching the spine, but we want to take away a little of that rounded forward, that whether we have a standing job, a sitting job, or no job at all, we spend a lot of our day forward. And just breathe here. All right, and part of what we do on the new moon is we release what no longer serves and we plant seeds of intention for the upcoming 4 weeks. So maybe as you stand and breathe, you think of one thing that you want to release, whether you just want to release it for this practice or whether you want to release it for the rest of the week or the rest of your life, completely up to you. And as you exhale, just feel yourself releasing that. And now we've made some space for things that we want to bring in or enhance, right? Might already be something, you just want to help it grow. So palms out to the side, exhale, and into that space you just created by releasing, draw your arms up, draw in what you want, take your palms to touch, and bring your hands to heart center. And if this is making sense to you, then just continue drawing in what you want, touching your palms, and bringing your hands to your heart. If not, just do this as a nice way to release the shoulders and keep the breath moving. Going at your own pace. And the next time your hands come to your heart, just go ahead and keep them there. Now you see, your hands are to your heart, your thumbs are going to touch your breastbone right here, right at the center here. And we're going to take the feet slightly wider than hip width distance. The hands are going to stay right where they are as we gently twist to the right. The hands don't move off the chest here. We gently move as far to the right as we can with the hands in place. Inhale back to center, and then exhale to the left. And inhale back to center. So this is our twist for right now. We're only going as far as the body's going to move with the hands in place. And one more time to the left. And when you're done with that, come back to center. Now clasp your hands so that you're holding your fingers, right? So your right palm is facing up and your left fingers are curled into your right. Can you see this? Everybody see where we're going here? And you're going to hold your hands down by your waist but not touching. They're going to be out a little bit. And the knees are soft. The hips are still wider than hip width distance. Inhale. And exhale, keeping your hands in line with your belly button. Twist to the right. See where this goes. And come center and twist to the left. And then now you have more flexibility in your arms, and go ahead and let your arms go as far as they want, side to side. Just keeping those hands clasped. Getting that nice little twist here. And the next time you're twisted to the right, just stay here. Turn your gaze toward the right. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze toward the left. Inhale and exhale, gaze right, and come back to center. We're going to the left with the arms as far as you want to go right now. Turn your gaze to the left. On your next exhale, turn your gaze to the right. And on your next exhale, turn your gaze to the left and come back to center. Draw the arms up and release down, shake things out. All right, we're going to make a big ball of energy with the hands here, right? The right hand is on top, left hand is down, the palms are facing, and we're going to take the left hand over to the left, right hand over to the right. Keep the shoulders stacked just like you would if you were in triangle. And then rotate around that ball and right hand to the right, to the left, left hand to the right. Rotate around the ball. Side to side. Big ball of energy. We're going to rotate to the left now and let the right arm extend across the body. Still keep the shoulders stacked. Come back to your ball of energy. Rotate to the right and let the left arm extend. Come back to your ball of energy and take that one more time to each side, really reaching through the side here and other side. Woo! And come back to center. Shake things out, shake your legs out. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's grab the strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use anything. You can use a bathrobe tie or a tie. And if you don't have, you can use an elastic band. And if you don't have any one of those, then you just have an invisible strap. I've done it a million times. I'm telling you, it works. Okay, lay the strap on your thumbs. Make a gentle fist around the strap. Your hands are shoulder width distance apart. We're taking the arms up. They're going to come into a Y, and then they come behind. And then we go up and back. And you may have to adjust your grip. You want a grip that's going to help the shoulders open up without having to bend your elbows and without making a jump rope out of the thing. Okay? So without a strap, it works too. You can really feel your shoulders opening. Open. And the next time your arms are overhead, keep them overhead. Take your right, that would be your right upper arm, to your right ear. Let your left hand come down by your thigh and gently press back with that left hand. A little more shoulder opening. And then bring it up and switch sides. Your left arm by your left ear and gently press back through the right shoulder. And bring it up and go ahead and release that strap. Put it off to the side. Shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to be working our way down to the mat. Okay, so I think we'll start at the back of the mat. That's always fun, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so the feet are hip-width distance apart. What do they say in court? Asked and answered, Your Honor, right? Okay, feet are hip-width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. We're folding forward from the hip creases. We don't care how far down the hands go. They might come to the thighs. They might touch the shins. You might have your hamstrings more warmed up right now and your hands come to the mat. Doesn't matter, just put the hands somewhere. Bring the hands to the thighs, hips back, knees bend, heart shines forward. Drop your hips as you bend your knees. Bring your hands to the mat and walk yourself forward into a downward facing dog. Nice down dog here. Bend one knee and then the other. Press alternating heels down. Remember, you might have your hands at the wall for this down dog or on a chair. You might choose to be in table instead. Press both heels down and hold. And let's go ahead and bring the knees down and sit off to the side. Take your legs forward, come into seated mountain pose. Nice and tall. So your feet are flexed as though you were still standing on the earth. Inhale and exhale. And then let everything shake out and loosen. Okay, we're going to do a hip opener here. So we're going to take the legs, cross them, bring the hands to heart center. I'll tell you options after we go through this, once everybody gets started. Raise one foot and then the other with the right ankle crossed in front, arms overhead, inhale. Now you can keep one foot down, you can keep 2 feet down. If the 2 feet up is more than you're ready for right now, turn your palms forward, inhale, with a long spine, come down. Say hello to your right hip. Inhale the arms up. 1, 2, or 0 feet up, left ankle in front of right, palms forward, and take the hands down. Keep your gaze past your fingertips so your spine stays long. We're not doing this. We're long. Up, right ankle in front of left, and take it down. Okay. If you have not found a way to do this that works for you, sit up, wave at me, and we'll work something out. If you're okay, just keep crossing left ankle, right ankle, left ankle, right ankle, long spine, gaze past the fingers as you come down. We're waking up the hips here. There's a little core involvement here with the arms up also, but shh, don't tell anybody. All right, the next time your arms are up and your right ankle is crossed in front because that's where you were headed, stay right here. Raise your hands if you love core work. Everybody, 100%, thank you. All right, now we're going to take it down and hold. So remember, the palms are flat, the gaze is past the fingertips, your right leg is in front. Inhale, press your palms into the earth, shine your heart forward, and as you exhale, just walk your fingers a little farther forward if it's okay with your right hip. Say hello to your right hip. Now look up slightly and walk your hands 2 steps over to the right. You'll notice right away there's a beautiful extension in the left side body. We want to add some to the right, so walk the right fingertips away so you get a nice length. Keep as much length as you can as you take your hands back through center and over to the left. Now we need to walk the left fingertips away to get that extension. Walk back through center, long arms up, feet up. Here we are. And cross your left ankle in front of your right. Turn your palms forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your palms to the mat. Press the hands into the mat. Gazing past the fingertips, slightly look up, and if those fingers want to walk forward and your left hip agrees, go ahead and walk forward. Now press into the mat, look up slightly, and take both hands over to the left. We've got this good stretch in the right, so we're going to walk the left fingertips away so we get a little more stretch there. And then take the hands back through center. Keep as much length as you can as you come over to the right and walk those right fingertips away. Great, and come back to center. Now press your palms into the mat one final time. Look up, inhale, exhale with a long spine forward. Lift the arms, lift the feet, uncross, and release. Whew. Let those knees open and close. Straighten your legs, give them a nice crazy shake, wiggle around. All right, let's do some heart opening here. So if you like, you can do this with the first one with your legs crossed. You can also have your legs straight if that works better for you. So we're going to do some heart opening. Hands come to heart center. Exhale. Inhale, fingertips up toward the sky. Now exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Roll your shoulder blades toward each other. We're not ever throwing the head back. We're shining the heart up and the head follows. And then we consult with the fronts of the shoulders and see if there's availability for the hands to come away from the spine. And release. Bring your hands back to heart center. With a long spine, inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, clasp. Now change your clasp by one finger if you happen to be in the same clasp that you started out in. Change your clasp by one finger. Shoulder blades are rolling toward each other. Heart shines up. And maybe the hands come away from the spine. Maybe it's not their night to do that. Yes, release and bring your hands to heart center. Shake things out and extend your legs if your legs are crossed. Bring your hands behind you with your fingertips pointing towards your hips. We're going into reverse plank, first with the hips down. So we're going to, remember, we're not throwing the head back. Arch your spine, lift your heart, shoulder blades are heading toward each other. Reverse plank and release. Okay, shake out those arms for a second. Come back to starting position. You could stay here, or if you want to try lifting the hips, the heels are going to ground into the mat. Exhale, and as you inhale, reverse plank. If you and your shoulder blades are happy, then that's great. Bring it down. If something isn't right, then do something else. Shake out those wrists. One more time in the reverse plank, your choice, hips up or down, okay? Just because you did hips up once doesn't mean you have to do it every single time. Reverse plank. And release. Whew, shake it out. All right, so that's the same motion as we were working on with the brace, as we work on with the shoulders back, right? We're expanding all of that. Okay, now we're going to move on to some core work. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. This time we're going to be keeping the spine nice and long. Bring your hands to your heart here. Okay, the spine is nice and long. We lean back right? We find core engagement. Maybe we go a little farther and find a core challenge point. Take your right arm out and back, your left arm out and back, and now open both arms out and back and sit up. Okay? Take it back. We're going left arm, right arm, double, and up. Is everybody okay with this, or do we need any kind of variations? Okay? Alrighty, good. If it gets too much, you can just work the arms if you want, or just stay back and keep your arms still. 2 ways to do that. Take it back. We're going to go 2 times to the right. Right, right. 2 times to the left. Left, left. 2 times double. Double and up. Yep. Take it back. 2 times left. Left. 2 times right. Right again. Double. Double and up. Whew, if this was week 1, we would just go back to singles, but it's week 8, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to take it back. We're going to go right for 2. Left for 2. Double for 2. Stay here. We're going left for 2. Right for 2. Double for 2. And up. Yeah. All right. We're going to do that same thing starting on the left. This will be our final one. Hands are here. Take it back. We're going left for 2. Right for 2. Keep that spine long. Double for 2. Right for 2. Left for 2. Double for 2. And come up. Woo! Release. Ah. Let's make some nice circles here so you can cross your legs. You can also keep them straight. And just go ahead and take your body forward to a side, back to the other side. We're just releasing with some nice circles. And the next time you're forward, hold there. And we're going to make circles the other direction. And then come back to seated. And just take a couple of breaths here. Notice what your shoulders do. If your hands are far forward, like to your knees, if that's making you hunch your back, take your hands back farther along on your thighs so that your spine can be long here. Inhale and exhale. And come on up to a tabletop. You can take your legs out to the side, or you can roll over them. Okay? So we're going to be in tabletop here. Okay? And we're going to be doing some oblique work from here. So make sure that your wrists are comfortable. You can also do this at the wall. If it's too much pressure on your wrist, you can walk your hands a little farther forward. You can roll up the front edge of your mat and set your wrist. What we're doing here is taking some of that right angle out of the wrists. Everybody good? Tabletop, nice steady spine here. Let's go ahead and take the right leg up to hip height. Make sure those hips are square to the mat. Float the left arm up by the ear and take the right leg out to the right, left leg out to the left. Woo! Come center and release. Let's try that left leg, right arm. Left leg to the left, right arm out to the right, center, and release. We're going to do it 4 times right, 4 times left. Right leg, left arm, take it out. Right leg to the right, left arm to the left, back to center, 3 more times like that. Center, out, center, and last time, out, center, knee and hand come down. Left leg, right arm, float up. Left leg out to the left, right arm out to the right. And center, and out, and center, out. Looking good, center, one more, out, center, hand and knee float down. All right, we're just going to take the hands a few steps forward here. Come into a very gentle knee down plank and bring the hips back. So we're just going to go forward and back, just releasing everything and getting ready for child's pose. So release your hips back and forth a few times, and when you feel ready, come into your child's pose. You might take your big toes together, knees wide apart. Always have your forehead in contact with something. And maybe revisit what seeds of intention you're planting, and maybe how your practice can help you with that intention. And then go ahead, as you're ready, float your way up into a downward facing dog. Nice and long. Extend the spine, extend the hamstrings. Your ears are right in between your upper arms. And start to walk your feet to your hands, taking them wider as you go so they wind up mat width distance apart. When you get here, knees are bent, forearms to the thighs, hands to the heart. Straighten the legs, bring the arms straight up, fingertips up to the sky. And as you release your arms, step to mountain pose. Yes, inhale and exhale. Take a few breaths, see how this feels compared to when you were standing at the beginning of class. Check to see how your energy is moving. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so let's continue with our sun salutations here at the top of the mat. We're going to add a little arm action to the top of the sun salutation here. So find mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Twist to the right. Inhale, both arms up, left arm back, right arm forward. Twist to the left. Inhale, both arms up, elbows to the waist. Standing cobra, right heart shines up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, from the hip creases, swan dive over straight legs. Remember, your hands might stop here. They might go lower. They might be a little lower than they were when you started or not. Bring your hands to your thighs. Bend the knees, shine the heart forward, hips back. Sink the hips down, hands down, step back with your right leg and hang out here in this lunge for a moment. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to be coming up into warrior one. So drop your back heel, that would be your right heel. Left knee stays over the left ankle. Draw your arms long forward and up. We're now in warrior one. Okay, and in this warrior one, we're going to take the arms out. Take your right hand to your left shoulder, your left hand to your right shoulder. Okay, and keeping the heart lifted, elbows back. Take your left hand to your right shoulder, right hand to your left, and elbows back. Now draw the hands down, step back into your plank. Knees up or down, and chaturanga. We want to keep the spine nice and long, elbows back, right? Okay, and a gentle cobra here will be fine. So lift your hands, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Hands free cobra, just lift up and release. And find your way into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Feel a nice even distribution of weight in your dog. Take some nice settled breaths here. Nice deep breaths. And then find a journey, feet to hands. You can take a million tiny steps. You can take a couple of big steps. You can hop. Hands to the thighs. Take a half lift. Fold forward. We're folding from the hip creases. The spine is long. We feel those hamstrings. Wherever the hands are, they are. The lower half of the body is super strong, made super heavy. And the upper body is made of feathers. Exhale and float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. All right, on the other side. Any questions about what we did, especially with that warrior one? Was everybody okay with that? Okay, you're going to see that again in our balance, so pay attention. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Float the arms up, inhale, exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, or vice versa, doesn't matter. Inhale the arms up and twist with open arms the other direction. Inhale up, elbows to waist, standing cobra, the heart shining up. Inhale, arms up, exhale, fold over the hip creases. Take a half lift, sit the hips down, hands to the mat, and take the left leg back. Hang out in this lunge for a moment. Going to turn this way. Bring your back foot down at an angle. Your left foot is all the way down. Engage your core. Float up into your warrior one. Remember, the spine is long. We're not dumping into the spine, right? Arms out by your side. Okay? Cross your right arm to your left shoulder, left arm to your right shoulder, and open up like wings. And then left hand goes first, right hand goes second, open up. And we take the hands down this time, coming back into plank. Yep. Remember, knee down plank, knee up plank, wall plank. It's all good. Chaturanga all the way down. All right. So we're going to be laying here. Make a pillow with your hands. Tuck your left toes under. I'll do it on this side so you can see what my left foot just did. Tuck your left toes under. Bend your right knee and flex your right foot. Okay? And now we're going to press that right heel up toward the ceiling. We're not opening the hips, so that knee might come maybe an inch or two off the mat. Forehead stays attached to the hands. Okay. We're getting a really nice glute work here, but we're also getting a nice stretch in the front hip flexor. One more time and release. Now we're going to tuck the other toes. I think that would be your left toes at this point. Right knee bends, right foot flexes, and just press the heel up. Do not expect your leg to lift very high. If your leg lifts high and you're opening your hip, that's not what we're doing. Okay, so just press up, up, a few more times, up, 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 and release. Take yourself into downward facing dog. We're going to come carefully into dog and just notice how the spine can extend beautifully in downward facing dog. You can do down dog anytime during the day by putting your hands on the wall or on a countertop or a chair, a table, and get this nice spinal extension and also hamstring stretch. And from here, go ahead and take your journey, feet to the hands. Yeah, when you get up there, half lift, forward fold from the hip creases, long spine, lower half of the body is super heavy, upper half is super light. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. We're going to find mountain pose here. All right, so remember I said we're going to see that warrior one posture again with a balance, right? So what we're going to be doing is taking the right leg back. Okay, I'll do it this way so you can see what's going on. The right heel is down, left knee is bent, it's over the ankle. We're facing over the left foot, extending the spine and draw the arms up. The spine is still nice and long, arms are out. Right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right, open your wings. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left, open your wings. All right, now from here, we're going to take the arms back up, sweep them around and up. Start to come more into, what is this, your left leg? Your left leg. Start to bring that right leg out, around, and knee up in front. Remember, we're balancing, so fix your gaze. And now, open your knee and come into tree pose. And expect to be wobbly. And release. All right. Surprise, right? All right, now we're going to do it with the left leg back. Left leg back. Remember for warrior one, the whole left foot is on the mat here. Your right knee is over your right ankle. You're turned and face forward. Okay, am I calling the right at the correct side? Yes? Okay. All right, arms are long, arms are up. We are not collapsed into that spine. If the spine starts to do this, then we know we want to bring our arms lower or farther forward. Arms out, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right. Open the elbows, open your wings. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left. Open your wings, sweep the arms around and up. Now start to come more into your front leg. Let that left leg start to make a circle, come around and knee up. See how this side does. Open your knee out to the side and bring the foot to the leg for tree. Yes, nice, beautiful, steady gaze. And release. Woo! All righty, let's shake everything out. Is everybody good to go to do that one more time, or do we need some variations? Okay, you can always be standing next to something for extra support. If you touch anything, the wall, a chair, a table, it's always a very light touch. It's not like, okay, here I am in tree. This is what we call drunken tree. All right, so let's come back. Mountain pose. Yeah, inhale and exhale. We're taking the right leg back. Did we start on the right last time? Yeah. Left knee is bent. Okay, and bring the right foot down. Come into warrior one. Arms out. Right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right. Open your wings. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left. Open your wings. Draw your arms up. Start to come into your front leg. Start to circle that back leg around, knee up, and then take it into a tree. That knee doesn't have to go, the tree knee does not have to go very far out to the side. We want the hips to stay forward. And release. All right, one side left to go. Other leg back. Front knee is bent. Back foot is down, facing over the front leg. Long, long arms. Spine long, arms up. Arms out to the side. Let's start with the left arm this time. Left arm to right shoulder, right arm to left. Open your wings. Right arm to left shoulder, left arm to right. Open your wings. Now bring your arms up. Start to come into your front leg. Circle that back leg around. Knee up. Take it to tree. Good. And release. Woo, shake it out. All right, how's everybody doing? Okay, let's just wiggle around a little bit. Okay, let everything kind of loosen up. Take your legs wide with the toes turned out. Okay, and we're going to put the hands, the index fingers in the hip creases and fold forward from your hip creases. The toes are turned out here. Now you're going to bend your knees if you want, put your hands on your thighs and move from side to side. Or you might decide to put your hands on the mat and move from side to side. Just wiggle around, clear out those adductors, those inner thighs. Let the hips release, release. And wherever you are, the next time you're over to the right, hang there. So maybe put both hands near your right foot if your hands are on the mat, or both hands on your right thigh, and get a really long stretch in the left adductor. Maybe even seeing what it feels like to turn the left toes up. And then switch sides. You can bring both hands by the left foot or both hands to the left thigh. Get a really nice long release in the right adductor. And if you like, toes up, see how that feels. And then bring the right foot down, bring your hands to your hips, come up halfway, and see if you can feel your hamstrings. Turn your toes forward here. The toes have been out, let's turn them forward. See if you can feel your hamstrings. If you're not feeling your hamstrings, check to see if your hips are behind your heels. And then take yourself forward in space until you really feel those hamstrings kick in. Inhale and exhale. Take your arms out by your shoulders. Take your arms by your ears. Think about the lower half of the body being super grounded, upper half being so light that it just floats up. And as you release your hands, you can heel toe or take your legs together any way you want and shake everything out. Wiggle around. Okay, while we're still upright, check in with the body, see if it wants to move in any particular way. All right. And let's go ahead. And does everybody have a roll handy? We'll do our little passive heart opener. If you don't have a roll, I'll tell you what to do instead. So have your roll nearby and come to the top of your mat. Have anything else you might want for final relaxation, if you have an eye pillow or whatever else you might like. And then as you come into mountain pose, just breathe, scan your body. See if you can feel how the energy is moving, and are you rocking back and forth or side to side? Close your eyes if that works for you. Are you standing still? It's not a right answer, it's just an observation. And then inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, folding from the hip creases, bring the hands all the way down. Okay, or to wherever on your legs they belong right now. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back, knees bend, heart shines forward. Sink the hips down, bring the hands down to the mat, and find your way to down dog. Now, if you have some excess energy to burn, feel free to do your vinyasa, right? Plank, chaturanga, back bend, down dog. or just come into down dog. And if you don't have excess energy to burn, you might already be in table, and that's fine too. All right. Eventually, we'll all meet in down dog. If you're in tables, just stay there. And when you get here, just go ahead and rock those hips. Move the knees if you're in down dog. And slowly, slowly bring the knees down. Sit off to the side. Find seated mountain pose here. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to take Dhyana Mudra so we can just focus a little bit on what happened in our practice. Left palm up, right palm rests on top. Arms are nice and released here, thumbs are touching. So we're not holding the hands up here. We're just relaxed. But the feet are flexed because we're sitting in mountain pose. And just take a moment to review what happened in your practice, what you're working on, enhancing in your life. Anytime you feel your attention wandering, you can just press your thumbs together to bring your attention back. Good, and then release, just shake everything out. Go ahead and bend the knees, and we're going to come down to the mat. All right. So when we get here, let's extend both arms and both legs. Inhale, exhale, draw the right knee in. That left knee can bend if it wants, or the leg can stay straight. But just feel this nice, beautiful stretch in Ardha Uttanasana. Okay, now we're going to take the left arm out to the left. Hold the right leg, shin or hamstring with the right hand, and let that leg open and close. And try and keep the left hip grounded when you do this. So all the motion is in your right hip and leg. And come back to center. Good. Extend the right leg, both arms up. Inhale, exhale, draw your left knee in. And just hang out here before we start to move. Just really feel that beautiful hip release in the Ardha Uttanasana. And then take your right arm out to the right, holding onto the shin or the hamstring. The left leg is going out to the left and back. And coming back to center, extend your left leg, 2 arms overhead. Inhale, both knees in. Wind removing pose. Just hang out here. And then you can do a modified Baddha Kanasana from here. Take your hands down by your side. Have your the feet touching, not quite the soles of your feet. And then open your knees and bring them together. And the soles might touch a bit here. So you're basically doing a reclined butterfly with your legs up instead of on the mat. Out and in. All right, the next time your knees are in, take your feet about 6 inches to a foot apart. Point and flex your feet. And circle the ankles one direction and the other. And then release your feet to the mat. Let the knees gently open and close a few times. Inhale and exhale. All right, so now we're going to take our roll here, if you have one. Place it horizontal on your mat. And then we're going to have it right under the shoulder blades. So you can lay on it. It's right under the shoulder blades and arms are out. If you don't have a roll, just open your arms. You're going to get a nice stretch in the front of the shoulders anyway. Inhale and exhale. A nice little passive heart opening here. Nice spinal release. We're going to bend at the elbows and take the arms to goal post. Just see how that feels. And take your arms back out to the side, nice and long. Open and close and wiggle the fingers. And then rotate those wrists one direction and the other. We're going to roll over to a side and remove the roll. Now if you want to, you can keep the roll to put under your knees or your head when we are ready for final relaxation, or you can just have the roll out of your way. Replace your spine on the mat with the knees bent. Just let the spine neutralize here. Take a few breaths. And we're gently going to let the head go side to side. Checking in with the neck, seeing if there's anything going on that needs to release there. And then bring your head back to center and go ahead and scan your body, see if there's any final moves that you need to make, any realignment that you need to do, so that when we come into final relaxation, you will be so comfortable you won't feel the need to move. So go ahead and work things out. Play with your leg position, knees bent or legs straight. Feel like you've got just the right place to be for final relaxation. Stay there. Inhale through the nose and slowly and gently exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through the nose. And as you slowly exhale, just allow your body to melt onto the earth. Just let the earth be there to support you. Your work is finished and you're in final relaxation. slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Allow your breath to deepen. Invite movement back to your body. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms and legs long. Exhaling, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. And then finding your way over to a side. Coming up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.